best. Joining me now with reaction, two men who challenged the Speaker for his speakership. Texas Congressman Louie Gohmert, Florida Congressman Ted Yoho is with us. Guys, good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Great to see you, hear you, Sean.
All right, you guys came pretty close, I think closer than some people thought. Louie, I told you this when we first talked about this behind the scenes, that I thought this was an uphill battle. What's your reaction to what happened today?
Well, it was an uphill battle, and you know, originally we were just trying to get people to vote for anybody but the Speaker, so that we could get this thrown to a conference and then have somebody we could all agree on to get some new blood in the position, so that would help us keep our promises, exactly like you've talked about. And the idea was pitched by Jim Bridenstine, Thomas Massey. Look, we think somebody needs to be out there declared as a candidate, so people can't say nobody was a candidate, so we had to vote for the current Speaker. Yeah. And they said, why don't you get out there? And I said, then it becomes, you know, Boehner versus Gohmert, and this isn't about Gohmert, it's about, right? And so I want to say, this is a real hero here. Ted came in and announced.
I don't think John Boehner's thinking that right now. I think he probably doesn't like either of you or me.
Let me tell you, Daniel Webster came in today. He's a real hero, and I'm trying to get it confirmed. I heard that he may have just gotten kicked off rules with Nugent.
Let me talk strategy,
though. That's got to stop.
Louie, we're running out of time. Let me go to Ted.
Right.
Yeah. What I think, I love what Reagan said, bold colored differences. There's an opportunity here with the new Senate to put bill after bill after bill on Obama's desk. Energy independence, Keystone Pipeline. If you like your plan, you can keep your plan. Secure America's borders first. There's your solution. I'd like to see Republicans lay out that agenda, challenge the president. Do you think that is a good strategy? Do you think John Boehner's up to that job?
I think it's a great strategy. In fact, our goal is to work with the Senate to bring out health care, not just repeal, but replacement, put health care back into the hands of the doctors and the patient where it needs to be. Challenge the president on overstepping the Constitution and let him know we're going to hold him accountable. He was elected and hired to faithfully execute the laws of the land. National energy security, Sean, like you just brought up, and it starts with the Keystone pipelines. Gas prices are down now because of the private sector. We need to work to keep those down, and then we need tax reform so that businesses come back to America, creating jobs for Americans here on our soil to increase the living standards of those people, and then bring up policies and bills based on merit, not on politics.
You know, Louie, I'll go back to you. I think in spite of the vote that you guys wanted to be different today, there is a huge opportunity here, and that is to lay out an agenda. I think if I were to ask the average American where Republicans stand on issues, how they're going to solve 50 million Americans in poverty on food stamps, 92 million Americans not working, they can't give an answer. Isn't part of the job now to explain that there's another way to govern besides the $7.5 trillion of new debt that Obama's given the country?
Yeah, there absolutely is, and that is part of the job. It needs to be explained, but it doesn't need to just be explained. It needs to done. We need to be passing those bills to do that. But if Webster and Nugent are being punished, then we're going to have another fight real quick, and it's going to be pretty nasty. We can't let that stand if they're going to be punished.
You know, I'd like to weigh in on that, Sean, because the American people sent us up here to do a job. They wanted new leadership. We stood up and we voted for that. We brought forth a movement. 25 members of Congress voted the way their representative, they voted the way their districts wanted to, and to be held in jeopardy for that or retribution is wrong, because that would be something you would expect in China, Cuba, Russia, or in a communist country. When you have a voice of dissension, you'd be punished. But in America, where we honor free speech and a constitution that protects that, we should not have to go through that.
Both of you, yes or no, has Boehner reached out to you guys? Do you think he will reach out to you? Because I think that would be a smart thing for him to do.
Louie, you go first.
Well, actually, when he came into the chamber, there wasn't enough seats because of so many people were in the chamber. And so, yes, I reached out my hand to him. He reached out his hand to me. And he went by. That was all the reaching out.
Sean, I looked at him in the eye after the vote. I said, Mr. Speaker, congratulations, you won. I look forward to working with you to make this the best Congress America's ever seen.
Real quick.
He said, I look forward to working with you.
All right, that this help. He's meeting with Obama. At least he can meet with the conservatives, too. All right, guys, good to see you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Interesting event.